For some reason, that didn't carry over from scene to scene. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your stay. It's been a while, hasn't it? Been a very long time. I was supposed to stream a lot in October. Do a lot of spooky, scary stuff, especially during the week of Halloween and Halloween itself. Unfortunately, the gods or the universe or whatever spectral being out there that controls our destinies decided trick instead of treat this year. I went through hell. I have had probably the worst month of work ever. Didn't even know it was possible to get lower than the last time I complained about work. Did not realize that I would ever experience anything like that ever again. Or especially not from such a reputable company as the one I work for. I have a very different view on where I work now. To give you the lowdown, before I really start complaining, I just finished a month in which every single day, Monday to Friday, in a physical labor job with a new system that barely works, that has so many errors of function, have had to work 12-hour shifts. With no extra breaks in between, mind you. From Monday to Friday, and then 10-hour shifts on Saturdays. Don't get me wrong, it's good money. And if I could actually survive like that, I'd probably even be able to afford a house. Like, within 2 years, outright just buy a house if I really saved up like that. Unfortunately, because of the nature of my work, that is impossible for any living human being to do. Because we are organic, and it is a physical labor job, and we will injure ourselves before the year ends if we keep doing that. I was so fatigued, and so out of it, that there were times where I would come home, I would cook dinner, and then nothing. I'd crawl up onto my bed, sometimes not even having the energy to take a bath on like 1 or 2 occasions. So I would fall asleep and then like hopefully wake up on time to take a bath before going to work. It happened like twice. And just pass out. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I'd have no energy. Sometimes I'd go to work sick as well. Because what happened was, we got a new system at work. Now our old system did need upgrading. It had a few issues, but we were able to get through those issues. It was fine. We could fix them, and we could work around them very easily, because the rest of the system, the base of the system, is actually good. At least good enough to work with. So, you know, I could very easily just click, done. And then just, you know, work however long they want me to without stressing out too much about it. Then came in the new system, okay? For the first week we couldn't do any work because they were trying to migrate the old data to the new system. So that was 1 week gone, where we couldn't pick any corners. We already knew it was going to be a shit show. Then, the second week, first week we were able to actually work on things, our systems basically didn't even have the correct stock in the right place at the right time, and it was horrible. Hello, that one flutist. My first time seeing your model move. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, the music is really loud? Sorry, let me turn that down a little bit. That should be good now, right? Around there should be alright, I think. Yes, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Yes, so the wrong stock levels and the wrong items were in the wrong locations for the first 3 days. So on top of trying to pick stuff, which, by the way, is a hassle in and of itself, because, once again, stuff weren't where they needed to be, and also, we have a new thing where the system automatically allocates stock to specific orders. Now, you might think, oh, that sounds like a great thing. It's not, because it makes us pick from up high instead of ground level as well. And we aren't exactly allowed to, you know, go, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Where was I? Great. My ADHD just kicked in and I can't remember a damn thing. Let's see. Right. Picking up high. Can't. Because, right. We're not actually allowed to pick up high. Because up high, we need pallets wrapped for safety reasons. Fortunately, that stopped becoming a thing. So now we're not exactly as safe as we used to be either. Because we had to pick from up high, which means we had to bring the pallet down, put it into our pallet, and put the pallet back up. And none of our forklifts have any room to put anything else in it. Okay? We don't have, like, a shrink wrap that's just attached somewhere on our forklift. It is just absolutely nothing. Just a seat, and maybe a place to put your tape gun. That's it. Anyways, not only was it bad in that way, it was also bad because if you, say for example, need to pick from a specific location and that location doesn't have any, you can't pick from another location unless that location has free quantities in it. It'll say, no, you can't pick from there because you can't actually pick that many from that location. There's not enough, even though there is enough because other people haven't picked from theirs yet. So we had to deal with that kerfuffle on top of everything, already being a week behind schedule because they chose the worst times to upgrade to a new system. Now, I don't mind, per se, working 12-hour shifts. I'll be super tired, but I won't mind too much. And I might not even mind the new system being all funky until we finally fix everything that needs to be fixed. But those two together? Absolutely not. Those two alone, combined, absolutely not. And there is more problems after that, okay? This is just this is just top of the barrel stuff. There is a whole iceberg underneath what I am saying right now, full of fuck-ups by the higher-ups. And we'll get to that. Or at least some of them anyways. Speaking of the higher-ups though, you want to know who was getting to blame for all the slowness and unproduction of our company? Everyone in the warehouse, including the managers. Instead of the higher-ups, the CEOs, the people who are actually calling the shots. Instead of them being in trouble, it's literally everyone in the warehouse. Which is why we had to stay for 12 hours each day. Have you guys ever seen a warehouse operations manager, not your team leader, a whole ass warehouse distribution center's warehouse operations manager on their hands and knees begging people not to take any leave during the entire month and tell you straight up, we are going to need 12-hour shifts every single day. And we are going to need you to work 10 hours at least on Saturdays and possibly even Sundays. Thank God we shot the Sundays down because there was no way in hell we were going to survive having no rests on any of those weeks. And yeah, no. It was an absolute shit show. And what pisses me off the most, by the way, what pisses me off the most is that I don't care if you threaten my job. I am not going to do what I don't want to do if it's not in my contract. And doing that much overtime is not in my contract. But what pisses me off the most is the fact that they involved other people's jobs, which meant that if I didn't show up, other people's jobs are on the line and are at risk. Other people who definitely won't be able to afford it as much as me. Which means that it'll be on my head if somebody lost their job, which is why I stayed. Even though I got sick because of it, and actually spent an entire week with a headache going to work anyways, and literally being so fatigued that sometimes I wouldn't even be able to make it to my bed. I'd sit down on the sofa instead, and then pass out right on the spot. There was specifically one time where I came home, ate dinner, sat on the sofa for a bit, and then passed out until like 11 o'clock at night. Realized I'm not even on my bed. Got up, brushed my teeth, went to bed, and then woke up again next morning at 5 a.m. so that I can get ready to go to work. That was my entire month. That is why I didn't stream for almost a month. It started out alright on the first week because, well, you know, it wasn't exactly busy because of the new system integration being a thing. But after the new system was finally integrated, also hello Juby, it just got absolutely fucked. I'm not even gonna filter myself this stream. I'm going to say all the shit that's in my head, and I'm going to complain about every single fucking thing. Hello, Inochi, welcome to the stream. It was horrible, okay? And the people who, like, ever since the new system came in, before we were even told that the 12-hour shifts were going to be a thing for the rest of the entire month, you know it's bad when even though one coworker you know who's always smiling, always joking around with people, and always happy at work, is no longer smiling, and is always complaining, and is always just in a bad mood, and is always just like, I don't, like, this is so shit, man. Like, I'm so tired. Like, they gotta understand we're human too, you know? That was coming from a guy who loves his overtime, okay? That is how bad it is. And he even considered leaving as well. I'm considering leaving, because apparently, after a week's worth of rest where we can actually just do 10-hour shifts, or less if there's not enough work, for the rest of the 3 weeks of this month, the last 3 weeks of this month, we are still going to be doing 12-hour shifts, apparently. So, come Monday, here's my plan. Come Monday, once I get to work, I'm going to confront my team leader. I'm going to sit him down, ask him for a talk. I'm going to tell him, sir, I don't want to do 12-hour shifts anymore. I'll go as high as 10 hours per day if need be. But I do not want to do 12-hour shifts anymore, and if that is going to be a problem, I understand. I am more than happy to resign. That is going to be what I'm going to do on Monday. I already had a video interview over online this morning, actually, for a different job. And if that goes through, I'm gonna be working at a water treatment plant instead of a microphone company. So that'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting change. Never been to a water treatment plant before, but apparently 50% of the work is like heavy forklifting, which is what I'm used to. So the rest of it is just them gonna be training me. So that'll be a good opportunity. Hopefully this recruitment agency doesn't screw me over like last time. I swear to God, they screw me over again. Anyways, I'm not entirely sure what type of content I'll be churning out, but at the very least, to give you guys an idea of how much overtime I worked. On 1 week, I earned 2K plus after tax in 1 week. Also, happy Halloween. So anyways, I'm going to be posting some covers, by the way. Like, there are a bunch of covers coming out. I've really been cracking down on some of my duet partners as well. Yeah, like, to give you guys an idea, here's the art for one of the covers that I'm going to be doing soon. Just as a quick little preview to get you guys a little bit hyped for something that's actually coming out. I haven't been able to do anything content related in a very long time, man. If only I could be as happy as I am in this art piece. I'm gonna go ahead and show it now. Look at it. This is by Zaz, the Akaoni. Look at that. So beautiful, so majestic. I'm also gonna be hiring my rig mama slash papa, Raina Ilene, for the MV, so look out for that. On top of that, I'm finally gonna be able to finish the Inochi ni Kirawateru thing soon. The rap version that I told you guys before, like months and months ago, that I was duetting with Lilinera from, I think she's with Uphone Live? I can't remember. I'm sorry, Lily. If you're watching this, I promise I'm trying to remember. I'm just like straight up dead right now, okay? There are things that I can't even remember that happened in the month, okay? All I remember was hell, okay? Yes, I do rap. In Japanese as well. I wonder if I can still do the, what's it called? That one super fast part of Rap God. I don't know much about the song Rap God, but I do know that there was this one really fast part that Callie was trying to learn. And I just decided, I wonder if I can do that too. It was like, some lama you should I'm a human, what I gotta do to get through the I'm superhuman, and I'm Robinson, anything safe, just shaying off of me and gluten and devastating one never turn saying how to get my motherfucking audience to feeling like it's everything, and I know that here's for anybody. I can't really do it right now, I'm too tired. But in Japanese, I can do the Inoshi ni Kirawateru rap. 一ペラ性格は反抗に反抗重ね自分に実際だって唯一のものにしがみつくそこを置いてるモードライオンの愛それ固まった愛が見つからのかなんてのはずっとわからない something like that. I can't believe she did that live and in one breath. But yes, I'm doing the Inoshi ni Kirawateru rap version by Haru Sarahi. Specifically, we're doing the live duet rap version that she did with Kath, and yeah, look forward to that. Yeah. You know, that's at the very least I'm able to afford quality artists and quality what's it called? Quality artists and quality ADHD is kicking in and I don't have any pills left. I completely forgot to buy stuff on my way home. I forgot to buy my medication, or what's the word? Prescription! I forgot to buy my prescription meds. Yeah. What was I saying? Right, complaining about work. Yes. So that's that as well. People who normally didn't make mistakes made quite a few of them as well. Which is funny because they were just getting up on my grill about how, oh, usually nobody makes these kinds of mistakes. What's happening with you, man? And then like a week later, I found their mistakes while checking the mix carton. So I was like, hey, by the way, you did this mistake. I didn't even bring anything up. I just looked at them and just like, hey, you made this mistake. Go fix it. Because I know everybody's tired. I'm not gonna rub it in on their faces, but also that is the most passive-aggressive way to say, hey, by the way, remember when you told me that I was the only one who made these mistakes? Fuck you. That is the most passive-aggressive silent way to do that and make them feel bad without making you look bad. Yeah, everybody made at least 1 or 2 mistakes this month. It was bad. Nobody was happy. Everyone was stressed. One of our coworkers was... Okay, here's the thing. One of our coworkers was getting married on the 28th. They got married on the 28th, okay? So they had the, They already applied for leave a month beforehand or 2 beforehand. Razor Gone, welcome, welcome. It's been so long. I missed you, buddy. How are ya? You missed me complaining about work and how I worked for 12 hours each day, Monday to Friday, plus 10 hours on Saturday, plus they wanted me to work on Sunday, but I said, fuck that. And also, I showed a little preview of the artwork that will be appearing in one of my covers that'll be coming out soon, because I got a lot of money from all the overtime I did. Just in case you missed it, here you go. It'll be for Wasureji no Koto no Ha, which I am also getting Raina Ilane to do a bit of the animation. It won't be too much of an animation. It'll just be like particle effects and like glowy thingy over here with subtitles and whatnot. I'm just too busy to I just have a lot of other things I want to work on to catch up on, because I was supposed to stream a lot and create a lot in October. Couldn't do that because of work. But yeah, no, it was just supposed to mimic one of the artworks for Grim Notes / the animation / game that it came out of. But yeah, it's you know, it's good. It's yeah. I also forgot to buy prescription meds, so my mind is all over the place right now. But you know, at the very least, give you an idea of how much overtime I did. I earned over 2K in 1 week after tax. Like, my base salary barely gets me to 1K, if that. So I essentially earned slightly more than double my usual salary in just the 1 week. It was that bad that nobody was happy, despite the amount of money. And that's the thing that this company really needs to figure out. You can't just keep throwing money at the problem and expect people to be okay with it. That is Australian dollars, by the way. Yeah, not worth that much nowadays. But, yeah, it's been bad. I nearly passed out at work. And I kept on going to work sick because the managers were literally begging everybody not to take any leave at all in October if they can help it. And the thing is, there were a few people who already applied for leave because one of our coworkers were getting married on the 28th of October. And they're good friends with a lot of the coworkers, so a lot of them also applied for leave on the 28th. Which meant that from the 28th onwards, for 3 days, until yesterday, it was just me and 2 other guys picking up the slack for everybody else. Oh, I've got a few. Now, to be fair, we finally ironed out some of the problems at the very least. Like, for example, when we first started, the guns that they gave us, the scanner guns, the RF guns, they didn't even work properly. It was double scanning all the serials. It was, either that or it was picking up the wrong barcodes. And, it kept on buffering, which meant that sometimes it would double up or triple up the serials if you kept on scanning. So we couldn't even scan as fast as we used to, okay? We had to intentionally slow down so we didn't make an error on the serials. And you want to know what else pisses me off? And this is the worst part, okay? When our people were telling the higher-ups above our warehouse operations managers what the problems were, along with the serial issues, you want to know what they said? Why don't we just use fake serials? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because we have warranty that lasts up to 10 years to a lifetime on some of our products, and if their cereals aren't in the system, we can't give them that! Do you even know your product or how your company works, you waste of fucking oxygen? Anyways. Yeah, speaking of cheap equipments, I finally got my forklift back after its battery shit itself last month. And it's already got 2 issues! The horn has stopped working properly, so I can't even be safe when I'm driving around, and I can't beep my horn to let people know I'm coming through, because sometimes it doesn't work, or when it does work, it goes beep! Instead of beep beep. And the freaking thing went from driving smoothly to constantly going dug 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 with every freaking. I am being driven crazy, okay? And you want to know what the worst part is? For an entire week during that double scanning thing, you can't actually scan the same cereal into the same order, okay? So every time it tries to double scan the cereal, all I hear is dig ding from the scanner. Can you imagine? Can you even begin to imagine 12 hours each day hearing nothing but ding 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 ding? Thankfully, after the first week of that happening, they finally stopped that because they actually sent a technician guy to go through and fix all the fucking scanners. Yeah, it's been bad. Yeah, I haven't wanted to cry myself to sleep in a very long time. I thought ever since I spent an entire year on therapy, I'd be okay with whatever life throws at me. I could just roll with the punches. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. And on top of that, I couldn't even do anything that I wanted to do, okay? By Sunday, I was too tired to do anything. I couldn't go to my live action roleplay thing. I just had no energy, and if I knew if I went there, I wouldn't have any energy to do anything at all unless I rested. So I just yeah. So my plan on Monday is to confront my boss. Okay, we have a week where we have a week at most where we're not going to have that much work yet. So we'll probably end either at a normal time or only do 10-hour shifts. And once that week is over, on the other hand, we're back to 12-hour shifts for the rest of the month. Yay! Isn't that fun? No, it's not. Fuck this company. So what I'm doing on Monday is that I'm going to ask my boss. I'm going to tell him, I'm going to sit him down, be like, hey, can we talk? And tell him that, look, 12 hours is too much for me. It's burning me out. I can't do anything that I want to do. And quite frankly, this job is supposed to be a means to an end for me, not the end-all be-all. I have a life outside of work, and the most I'm willing to do right now is 10 hours. If that's going to be a problem, then I'm sorry. I understand, but it's not going to work for me. That is the most I'm going to be, willing to take from this job from now on. Like, maybe every now and then I'll accept a 12-hour shift if they're that desperate. But I'm not going to do it consecutively. Not anymore. Fuck that. Fuck you if you think I'm gonna do that. And, yeah. That's going to be me on Monday. I'll let you guys know how that goes, because, I already know that my company's desperate, and because of their insane hiring standards, slash, their insane work requirements, either they can't find somebody qualified enough, or somebody qualified enough doesn't want to do the job. Yeah. You know, some people actually like to have a social life. And I haven't been able to help manage the live-action roleplay group that I'm part of, the faction that I'm part of, and I haven't been able to even interact with them very much at all. I didn't even notice until this morning when I actually checked with them that they told me thoughts. I thought they said thoughts and they were sending me thoughts and prayers, but they actually said sending you my thoughts and concepts, as in like in Fate. Like the Fate Stay Night stuff, yeah. Yeah, honestly, no. Like, the only reason I even considered... Like, the only reason I even stayed to do all the 12-hour shifts was because other people's jobs who didn't deserve this treatment were being threatened. That's it. No other reason. I would not have given a shit if they came up to me and said, hey, we're going to fire you if you don't start coming staying until, like, 6 o'clock. Like, my shifts has been 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Which means that I only get 10 hours at home. 8 hours of, like, 7 or 8 hours of which I try my best to get to sleep. 1 hour of which I use to have dinner, eat, take a bath, which by the way, or a shower, which by the way, is not a good thing to do straight after eating apparently, because it can give you gastrointestinal issues. And, yeah. God damn it, Inochi! Get your mind out of the gutter right now. Get your mind out of the gutter right now, you filthy degenerate. Yeah. Insane work conditions. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know how this keeps happening, okay? It was fine. Like, I would have been fine working those 12 hours if it was the other system, because none of us would have been stressed by the system, because we knew the system, we were comfortable with the system, and it wasn't a steaming pile of dog shit! It's been a very challenging and hellish October. It was supposed to be a really fun and exciting October. Because, if you recall correctly from the last time I talked about things, I said I was going to keep going until I actually burnt out. I couldn't do that, because I literally would come in, and would come back home. Work finishes at 6, I get home at like 6:30 to 7, depending on traffic. I would spend an hour cooking, and then eating, and maybe like half an hour more taking a shower, waiting for my hair to dry, or just blow drying my hair at this point. I actually have used the blow dryer more now than I have in my entire life. Just to get my hair dry faster so I can go to sleep faster. And yeah, it's been an absolutely trying October. And to top it all off, beginning of the month, I can't even enjoy the money that I earned, or at least not a lot of it, because most of my money went to the servicing and car registration. So half of the money I earned already went to that, because I apparently had a bent engine mount, which I actually already knew about from a while back, but apparently it's gotten more expensive to repair that now. And also, I had to replace all 4 tires because none of them were quote-unquote up to standard anymore. So, yeah. The rest of the money I am spending on covers, so art and animation and mixing. At the very least, I can enjoy that. But apart from that, the rest of it is just gonna be business as per usual, I guess. At the very least, I put a little bit of it in my savings so that I can survive off of, what's it called? Off of that while I look for a new job if the whole 10-hour shift thing doesn't pan out with my supervisors. But yeah, it's gonna be what it is until we figure out what goes on. If they'll actually let me do just the 10-hour shifts. And if not, well, you're as expendable to me as I am to you. I wouldn't be able to say that if I hadn't moved back in with my mother. But, yeah. That's just the way it goes, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and call my, I need to go ahead and call my, my ADHD specialist as well. See if I can put my dosage back up, because I actually asked them to put it back down. Because a while back, it was getting harder and harder to stream because of my stream time versus my work time. Because the dosage was actually making me crash a little too hard after it wears off. So I'd be a little bit too tired to stream by the time it was stream time. So I was like, hey, do you think it would be a good idea to lower the dosage just by a bit so that I'd have enough energy to stream? They were like, yeah, I mean, you can experiment with that. And that's what I've been doing with that part. But honestly, I think maybe it's better if I go back up the dosage. Because it might help a little bit more with keeping myself focused despite the fatigue. And also, I feel like I've gotten too used to this lower dosage that it's not actually giving me much effects anymore. Either that or I've just become unhealthy because of the work hours. Both are equally possible things. Because I haven't been able to keep myself healthy. Like, the few times that I did have enough energy to, like, stay up a little bit more is, yeah, body's probably building up resistance as well. But, yeah, the very few times that I did end up having the energy to keep going, because sometimes I don't even eat during work, okay? I sometimes wait until I get home, which is probably why my energy was drained. Because, well, there's absolutely fuck all to eat where I work. And, I usually got too tired and too busy to actually make myself something, so there was that. Ah, crap, what was I saying? Hold on, let me listen to the last few things I said before I like blacked out. I've gotten too used to this lower dosage, eating stuff. Right, the few times I did have enough energy, I started stress eating. And my mom was like, hey, you're stress eating right now. And I was like, I am? She was like, you just had dinner, then you went to have dessert, went upstairs, went back down, got some junk food, went upstairs, went back down, ate, like, ate more junk food. I think I got to claim them. I at least claimed one of them. Let's see. It was the Don't Give Up one, I think. Yes, I have Don't Give Up. And what was the other one that you sent me? Yeah, the body tried to make me sleep more and preserve any nutrition. Energy carbon to make me last or survive longer. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I don't remember what the other one was. I think I got it as well, but I can't see any other unfamiliar games in my... Was it Warface? No, you didn't give me Warface. It was a weird... horror game with the children's cartoon thing. That's all good. I remember being creeped out by the graphics anyways, so I probably might not have wanted it. I'll try the don't give up thing though. Even if it's a little, try eating small, body will know there's constant supply of food. Yeah. You know, considering the amount of work I did versus the amount of eating I actually did, I don't know how. It might just be my body retaining a lot of water and liquids, but somehow I actually gained like 7 kilos from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. I don't know how that happened. Usually when I stress out, I lose weight, but for some reason this time I gained a lot of weight. I don't know if it's just a symptom of old age. Not even that old, I'm not even 30 yet. It's because my body is saving up all the energy and nutrition. Yeah, that makes sense. Mass equals energy. Yeah. Hydrate myself there. But yeah, no, it was a horrible, horrible month. I don't know what it is about October. I always seem to get the most unluckiest in October. Like, keep eating even if it's a small amount. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that from here on out. And also probably for this week, while it's still plausible for me, maybe like visit the work gym after work. Don't sleep on a full stomach. Yeah, that was a problem with me because by the time food was cooked, it was like 7:30. By the time I'd finish eating, it'd be like 7:50, 8. And then I'd take a shower, blow dry my hair, and then go to bed. It's just so I'd have enough energy to wake up the next day. Eventually, I started coming in like a minute or two to work late, and I was just like, fuck it. If they have a problem with it, they shouldn't have us like this anyways. They should be lucky that I'm even coming in at all. Because it's just, their expectations of us is insane, okay? Like, overtime is quote-unquote optional. But it's the expected. It's what they expect from their workers. And yeah. Technically speaking, if I were a machine and I could actually survive this kind of environment, it would technically be the ideal job since I do want a house of my own, because I'd then be able to just save up for like 2 or 3 years and literally buy a studio apartment outright. But I'm not. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, even a machine would need constant maintenance. And yeah, that's just it. I'm not gonna be able to survive this place if it keeps on doing this. And I know they'll keep saying, oh, it's only temporary, it's only for this month, it's only for that month. No, I've been through this before with different companies. It never gets better. It might get to a point where we're so used to it that we might eventually just adapt to that sort of lifestyle. But I have things that I need to achieve in this life, and I won't be able to do it if I keep doing whatever the fuck they want me to do. And yeah. Now, some of you might be thinking, for those of you who've done law, you might be thinking, isn't all of this covered under NDA? And to that I say, do you even know which company I'm referring to? As long as I don't say the company, I can say whatever the hell I want about it, as long as it doesn't disparage the company itself. Which is why the most you'll get out of me is that I work with mics. That is the only thing that you'll get out of me. I will not say what the company's name is because yes, I read my contract and yes, there is a confidentiality clause about management and how it works things. And this is a workaround. I never said what the company's name is. I can talk all about it and complain all about it, I just won't tell you which one it is. Go ahead, talk to a lawyer. This has been done before. Somebody got fired for doing it, and then they sued the company for wrongful termination, and they won because, well, they never mentioned which company it was. They outed themselves. But yeah, that's pretty much been my October. It's been a shit show. I'm hoping to move forward with more covers and more quality. I obviously won't be able to do quantity at this point. I'll try my best to focus on quality. I don't know how things is gonna go, or things are gonna progress, but we're going to try our best. I don't know how much I'll stream. I will stream every here and there. And I think I maybe sort of got used to it enough that I can probably pull out at least one stream a week this time around, even if we do the 12-hour shift thing. But no promises. And we'll just try to take it day by day for now. I apologize to everybody that I haven't been posting so much. But hopefully now you understand why. I am just absolutely fubbernut. It will be very slow. Thank you, I appreciate it. And just after I announced that I was chasing after the watch hours too. When life gives you lemons, it squeezes it all over your eyes. Well, that's pretty much it for me for today. About all I can handle anyways. But yeah, coming up, we do have the covers Inochi ni Kirawareteru, provided Lily finally gives me her lines. Look, we made a deal, okay? I'll appear on her cover if she appears on mine. And I recorded straight away when she said that, okay? It was the one day with which my team leader had a family emergency, had to go early. So we all got to go early by like 2 hours. And so we ended up with a 10-hour shift instead of a 12-hour shift on that one day. That one day was so blissful for me. I hadn't seen the sun in ages. I hadn't gone home without the sun blinding me before it becomes dark. Because the way home is like... There's like a highway on the way home, and the way back on that highway is like directly where the sun will be when it sets. And it is just blinding. Anyways. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll keep you guys as posted as I have the energy to. Me and Baki are also going to be doing Rabbit and Steel. So we're finally gonna start doing Rabbit and Steel again. And we are opening this up to the audience, I believe. Don't quote me on that in case I'm wrong. But I think we're going to open up to the audience as well, so you guys can join us during the whole thing. And yeah. So that'll be fun. I'll need to get in touch with Baki, see when that comes out. And also I'll probably I'm thinking of starting Your Turn to Die with a bunch of other VTubers that I'm going to be asking sooner or later. I'll also have to catch up with a lot of the collab projects that I said I would do, but then I had to miss because of the fucking company fuck-ups. Talking to you, CEOs and slightly belows. And yeah. Thanks again, everyone, so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care of yourselves and sweet nightmares. Bye bye. I need to get it to the high pitched parts.